Hello? Are we here? Are we here? Sorry, I couldn't figure out the freaking microphone. I have 6 microphones, but I have 3 sets or whatever, and 2 of them are compatible with each other and one of them is not. And they all look the same. So, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hello, Martha. Hello, Wise. Hello, Dawn. Hello, who else is here? Justine. How you doing? How's everybody doing up in wherever you're from? Sweden? Texas? Okay. Sweden? Stockholm. Is that in Sweden? I only know one place in Sweden, if that's it. But, like, that's a whole ass country, so you definitely have more than one city. Stockholm? Is that in Sweden? Stockholm Syndrome. I think that's in Sweden. Anyways, but, like, it's funny how, like, I'll be like, oh, you're from Sweden, so that's Sweden. And then Martha, she lives in the United States, but I didn't say, oh, America, U.S., or whatever. I said Texas. I said the state. And Stockholm is like a city, not even a state or a province or whatever they have over there. So she lives in Dallas, I think. So we got Stockholm, maybe. I don't know. Texas. Dawn says Ontario. I'm going to guess Toronto. Friesland. Netherlands. Oh, right. You're from the Netherlands. The N equals Netherlands. Okay, beautiful area. Boston, Massachusetts. Over there with Justine. Justine looks like she's from Poland. I don't know any towns or places in Poland. I just know Poland. And I only know about Poland because, well, I guess I knew about Poland because World War II and all that. But, like, Ashley's family lineage comes from Poland. On her father's side, Ukraine on her mother's side, I think. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, today, day 3, part 3 of doing the moderator gift. We are painting our good friend, what did I say yesterday? Elvis. You can tell it's Elvis because of the sunglasses. Jerry Garcia. With a Grateful Dead kind of, oh, I forgot to get blue spray paint yesterday. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. I'm pretty sure, but I wanted to put some here, but maybe, you know, maybe it's fine if we don't. Oh, I have this blue spray paint, but I wanted a darker. On like a navy blue. I don't care if the colors aren't right to the actual logo, the Grateful Dead logo. That doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to get like the colors representation rather than excuse me, rather than a exact accuracy, if you will. Did you get black paint? I found black paint yesterday. Thank you, Martha. I found black paint, so we actually don't have to worry about that. Okay. I'm going to, where's that other phone? I'm going to pull this up so I can read your comments. I'm actually going to turn you around so you can see this right side right. Sorry about yesterday. When we were doing part 2, the phone died, so that's my bad. Okay, here we go. Hello, Amy. Amy! How are you doing, Amy? Hello, Freddie. And everyone else. Thank you to everyone who's, for a second I was, what the heck? Where'd you go? Because it's the back of my phone now. I'm going to move you over here. I just want you to be out of the way, but I still want you to be able to see it. There we go. We'll do this, something like this. Okay. And then you'll be out of the way. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Shoot, now I forget what I was just saying. Whoops. Someone remind me what I was just saying. Hold on, maybe if I refresh my mind here in the comments. Amy says, I'm well enough. Okay, well. Yes. Oh, dead phone. Yeah, my phone died, and I couldn't get it back. I tried to come back, and I did for a little, like 5 seconds, but it didn't work. So then I was like, that's fine. So anyways, this is where we ended, more or less, except for you missed some because I didn't realize that you died. So this is where we're starting today. It's looking a lot closer to my reference photo. Let me pull this out, which I made out of several photos. Okay, so let me find. So this is where I'm getting the head and the guitar from. Okay, and then where did I do that? Hold on. Nope. Here, I think here. Yeah, here's where I'm getting the body from. Okay. So we're doing kind of a mashup. And where did I do the mashup? And so this is the mashup of those that I made. Okay, obviously I didn't change the guitar in here because I don't know how to do that. I don't have Photoshop. I just cut the head off of one picture, put it over top of the other one. I did it in my video editing app, and that works for me. That's all I need. I can suss out the rest. Now, yesterday we're having trouble with trying to get everything kind of the right shape and everything, and I moved the arm down to get rid of the hand, but then we made him a little bit bigger in places because I had the proportions wrong, and now it doesn't matter where the hand is. This hand over here, I don't know what to do with it. I think I might need to extend this just a little bit because I was looking at, see if I can pull it up here. Okay. So this is my video editing app. All right, this is what I was doing to kind of get the right shape and everything. Now, that guitar is looking a little small. I thought it would be fine if I thickened it up a little bit, but I think it needs to be a little bit longer, which we can take care of. It's kind of a bummer to have to do it like this because, well, let's do this. Okay. So, right, you see how it's quite a bit shorter. So I think what I need to do is I need to bring this out to here. And then I think we're thick enough. We're thick enough, but we're not, we want it to be a little more, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So let's do this. Okay. And then we'll have to erase some and then figure that out. I don't know how we're going to do that and make it look fine. So we're going to come out to there, I think. Like that. Now there's texture in there that's kind of shows our mistakes, so we're going to add texture here and there to kind of erase that. I do that all the time. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, if any of you have gotten my original paintings. I make a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. I just kind of don't show them all the time when I'm making my videos. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then obviously the headstock has to be moved a little bit. So we're going to do that. So this, okay. Where do I have the black? I know I have black, but where did I put it? Oh, hello, Dave. Here's black. Okay, black it is. This black I really like. I got to remember this brand. Okay. So this looks so stupid now. So I have to remake that. So that is actually going to, you know what? Maybe I'll do that with white for now. Of course. Oh, we can do it with the old white from yesterday. It's still wet. I'm going to go like this. Okay. Now we want that to look like, doesn't just interrupt, so we'll have to do some work there. Probably have to respray it. Or maybe I'll do something else with the background in here. Okay. That looks extra dumb now. Okay, so now to get the shape of the guitar, I believe I took a screenshot of what the guitar looks like. Screenshots. Let me go like this. Jerry Garcia, orange guitar, wolf. Ah, there it is. Okay. I need the headstock, though. Give me the headstock. Give me the headstock and free my soul. There it is. Oh, and there's the guitar strap that I was looking for the other day. But I can't tell what color it is. Okay, so we're going to go like this a little bit. And then we're going to go like this. And then we're going to go like that. Okay. I think that's all we need. We're finger painting over here. We're not going to get too bent out of shape if it's not perfect, because we're going to do a little bit of this and that to make everything kind of mesh together. Okay, let's not get scared about a little bit of shittiness. Nothing like, what does that say? The heart isn't. Can someone click the heart there so it goes away? Just click the heart because it's blocking Dave's comment. Oh, there we go. Renee's here. Nothing like some good headstock. Right. Isn't the number 2 what Matthew Fox is always doing? LOL. Number 2. What? Pooping? What do you mean? What's number 2 about? Is Matthew here? Matthew has earned his number 2 crown. Oh, Dave, what's the number 2 mean? LOL. Oh, it just means nothing. It means that you've interacted enough to get number 2. I didn't set it up. That's the YouTube thing. It was against my will. Doesn't give you anything. Except for people will just see that you have a crown. The more you comment or interact, the more XP you get. Okay, I have this black here as well, so I'm going to pull this black out. Oh, yeah, look at that. Carbon black. Carbon black. And I'm going to make his shoulder just slightly bigger here. Just slightly. Just like that. And this is a different black than the other blacks. So we're gonna get in here. I watched a reel the other day about this person criticizing, positively criticizing, if that makes sense to you, people who didn't go to art school. How they're like, I can tell that they don't know what they're doing, but they still make good pictures. And I was like, is that good or bad? They think that it's a shame that these people with this good talent didn't go to art school. I disagree, because to the person who likes to look at art, it doesn't matter. It only matters to other intellectuals. But I did appreciate what they were saying. Right? They weren't implying that good art comes from people who've studied it academically, because I definitely don't think that. And I don't think that just because I didn't go. But anyways, I thought it was kind of interesting and a charitable take that doesn't usually come from, or often doesn't come from, people who have an opinion about, a positive opinion about art school, who've gone and studied it and all that. There's plenty of people who wouldn't know the difference and will say, oh, you should go to art school just because that seems to be a thing to do. Right? There's also that as well. Okay, let's get some orange. I got this big bucket of orange. Okay, and this is, let's see here. Let me look at this guitar. This is some of that heavy body stuff, but it's a little transparent once it dries. So I'm hoping that I will get an effect here. I don't know. Whoops. I did not mean to get the black to come. I'm hoping that I can do an effect here. Because if you look, he's got what a lot of people call tiger maple. Let's see if I can get it better. Here we go. It's this figured maple. You see that? That's so cool, right? Hello, Parched. Leah. A person is just validating their self-bloated ego with their art school degree. Well, they actually, I don't think they were. Maybe they were. Oh shit, I waited too long. Oh, there we go. They were actually, it was actually a refreshing take, because usually they're like, ha, these idiots. Not always. I mean, here I am telling my opinion about how I think art school sucks. It definitely has its merits. It's just, to me, you can often tell when someone goes to art school. And I remember this artist asked me advice, which I don't understand why people ask me for advice. That's a dumb thing to do. Don't ask me for advice. I will tell you what I did, and it will probably not work in the same way for you. That's basically it. But they asked me for advice on how to go about approaching galleries and blah blah blah, and like I had only been in a few galleries, so maybe 4 or 5 temporary spots, and I was in a few as a permanent contributor as well, but like none were really high end or anything. They were just, showcasing local talent. But maybe 2, I guess, would be more on the higher end, I guess. I basically told them, I'm like, whatever you do, don't go to art school. And they were currently in art school. And I was like, whoops. I don't know if they continued using it. I still follow them on Instagram, but they do not They do not post anymore, unfortunately. I really like their art. I have 2 of their pieces that they gave me for free, which I was stoked about. Okay. I can totally tell that it is Tiger Maple. Excellent painting. Speaking of maple, Dave, I do not know where that railing you gave me is. I was looking for it. I can't find it. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm thinking his face looks like this reference photo quite a bit. So I think all I need to do is add a little bit of my colors in there that I like and stuff, and we need to work on his hair. But I don't know if this picture really looks like he looks like himself in this picture. I picked this picture because I thought he looked the coolest, like his head. I picked that head because I thought that head looked the coolest, right? But I feel like I need to maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I think I have to do. Is Renee here? Lay? I don't know how to say your name. Floyd. Just ate one with some chips and cheese dip and an apple darkness. I have no idea what that is, but hopefully you make it home safe. Okay, let me go here. Jerry Garcia, young on stage. Let's see what. Oops. Let's see what Google brings up for me. Jerry. I mean, it does look like him, but like, what am I hesitating about? You know, I just don't know him very well, you know? Maybe let's listen to some Jerry. Well, you won't hear it because I don't want to get demonetized. I've already made enough videos where I'm demonetized as of late. My last like 7 videos I've made 0 money on. Not the best financial decision because this is my only job. Well, it's not my only job, but it used to be a substantial part of my income. And then I was like, you know what? The art's more important than the money. Let's make another video with copyrighted music. Okay. We're going to listen to Ripple. Well, I'm going to listen to Ripple in my left ear. Lee. Okay, it's Lee. Okay, sorry. Hello, Jane. Renee says, beautiful song. Okay, so you are here. For some reason you ignored if I asked if you were here, but then you're like, ooh, I like this beautiful song. Sounds like a bunch of racket. But Renee, what's your favorite era of Jerry Garcia? And I'm going to look at some reference photos, see if I want to change some stuff, okay? Let me know. Your favorite era, years, so I can look up years. I still remember when Touch of Grey came out. I wasn't super familiar with the Dead's music prior to that. Touch of Grey. Okay, let me listen to that next. I mean, I've definitely heard their music. But I could not tell you which song was which or anything. Okay, so since I put this brown on here, I'm not going to be able to tape it and put the white, which is the next step for that area. So let's work on. Right, I don't have the blue spray paint, but I have this blue. So let me I don't have a cap for it, so. Oh, this cap is effed up. Hold on. Oh, I found another pair of scissors. By the way, you know what I found out yesterday? It is not that fun to stay at the YMCA. That pool sucks. They don't have a sauna unless you're a plus member, whatever that is. I was like, hey, do you guys have a sauna or a steam room? And they're like, oh, we do in the plus. Are you a plus? I was like, what kind of freaking elitism is that? Am I a plus at the YMCA? No, I just heard your guys' song and I decided to come here. Can I have a sauna, please? They're like, nah, you can't have a sauna. You're not good enough for the sauna. Okay. Well, it's not very controlled spray. Okay, I can't listen to this song any longer. Hold on. Let me go with the gray, touch of gray. Okay, let's do it. Touch of gray. The best years probably would be 1972 to 77, and then also 1989. Okay, you skip 12 years. You're like 12 years of garbage. Okay. I have no regrets studying art. I made sure I got a degree majoring in something that had a job opportunities after graduation. Fabric design / more generally two-dimensional decorative design. That is different than what I'm talking about. That's actually awesome. YMCA is too expensive. Dude, it's $7. The rec center I go to is 11 something. But yeah, it was $7. Hard to say and also hard to type with kid climbing all over me, begging to go to the pool. Well, don't bring him to the YMCA because, oh, actually do bring him to the YMCA because then he will never want to go again. I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop listening to this music and I'm going to go, okay. Jerry Garcia, 1972. Let's see if I can find him. Find a picture here. Okay. All right, Jerry. Here he is. If he was wearing aviator sunglasses instead of specs, man. Should I put him in this t-shirt? Or I mean this button up instead of the t-shirt? Should I cover up his arms? What do you think? We can't pretend it's that concert because obviously he's wearing sunglasses and I like the sunglasses better. I think it looks cool, so. Give me 1 second, guys. I think someone's here again. Of course, I've been wrong the last few times. Oh, wait, it's just a lawnmower. Let's see. Are they coming to the gate? No. Ah, it's Joan on a lawnmower. For some reason, the sound is carrying lately. And it sounds like something's a lot closer than it is. You know what would have been a better, or not better, but more fun ringer? Gosh, my hands are slippery. It's not a twist off. see what's my... Come on. There we go. Pineapple Doritos. Delish. At one time, I wanted to study packaging design and graphic design. Of course you did. You like freaking die-cast cars, and they have like awesome packaging design. Okay. You got to have a membership in Seattle. Oh, well, I had to give them all my freaking information to use their facilities yesterday. I went with Landon, so they just gave him his information. I was like, dude, I just want to go in the pool. I'm not going to come back here. Said, what if there's an emergency? You're going to call my mom? Like, what the heck? You're going to call the ambulance. My phone number is not the same phone number as the ambulance, so don't worry about my phone number. The ambulance has a very easy phone number to remember. It's 911. And he was like, okay, I'm just going to put 911. I was like, yeah. Emergency contact. What the heck are you thinking? It's like, oh shit, the house is on fire. Does anyone know his grandma's phone number? Like, no, call 911. Hey, I'm curious. People who are not viewing from the US or Canada, what is your emergency number? Is it 911 or is it something else? Okay, let's see. No, he mostly wore shirt sleeves and sunglasses. You've already got the rest, the best Arab Jerry on the canvas. Maybe a little more gray in his hair. Okay, a little more gray? Okay, we'll put a little more gray. We'll call him old Mr. Gray. Garcia. Jerry Garcia. Okay, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of black, and then a little bit of this. And that'll give us a nice kind of like this. You probably can't see it, but it's kind of like a greenish. Oh, you can see it. Greenish gray, which I think is better than like gray. I don't even know if that makes sense. If you just mix white and black, it gives you like, there's no dimension to it. And this, like, it's not completely all together. So it'll have like a little bits of color in there that like kind of like it's marbled, if you will. Looking at this reference photo, actually it'll show up better on my phone because it'll be lit. Let's see here. This one, I think. Nope. This one. Bam. Okay. Oh, yeah. He's got actually quite a bit of gray right here. It's like, hey, how old are you? Man, I'm gray hair. I don't know what he actually sounded like when he talked about it. That's what I'm going to pretend he sounded like. It's like, man, I've been making this music. Oh yeah, how's it sound? Not good, but I will have a lot of fans. Kind of like the Beatles. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just being facetious. Please put your number and country, please, if it's not 911. Yeah, Glow, there you go. Lando, how's he? Well, Lando is different than Landon, but yeah, he's good. Dave, package design is cool. However, I can only visualize in 2D. It's weird, but I accept. 112 in the Netherlands. Okay. Please tell Landon we said hello. Okay. I will. If I remember. I'll probably forget, honestly. What was I going to say? Hold on. Let me read these comments again to oh, yeah. Seeing in 2D. Okay. Does anyone here, I think it's called aphasia. Does anyone here have Wait, hold on. Aphasia. Hold on, hold on, hold on. No. What's it called when you can't picture stuff in your mind? Aphantasia. Aphantasia. Does anyone here have that? Because that is fascinating to me. Aphantasia. Because when you picture something, or when someone says, "Oh, there's an orange basketball," that's stupid because all basketballs are basically orange. So that's the default color anyway. But if someone says there's a basketball, do you picture a basketball? Do you remember what a basketball looks like in your head, or what? Like, for me, I picture a basketball. I know what a basketball looks like. I can see it. It's orange. It might have a brand name on it. It'll have lines on it. It'll have dimples on it. Like, I can totally see a basketball. And depending on the context of the conversation, I might even see like Michael Jordan like slam dunking or something, right? I didn't know that there was people who couldn't see that. Also, when people, here's another thing. Ashley, for example, she can picture a basketball, but if I tell her an idea for, okay, basketball's a bad example. She can picture a cabinet, say, but she cannot picture it in place of something that already exists. Like in our kitchen, I'm thinking about doing our kitchen. So I was like, okay, this is the cabinet I'm thinking about doing as a feature. The rest of the cabinets are going to be to the ceiling. Fridge is going to be here, blah, blah, blah. She can't picture that. She can't picture things being where they're not. She can picture individual things, but she can't picture things being where they're not, or, you know, that kind of idea. Or if something is blue, she can't picture it as brown, which is weird to me as well. Like, because how can you not picture something that's just, you're just changing the color? I mean, sometimes it's better to see it in person because your mind isn't perfect, but yeah. 999 for the UK. Okay. Jim says hello in his country when he has an emergency. So the Mickey Mouse movie Fantasia likely meant to daydream. Cool, maybe, I don't know. Can smell it and hear the sound and the way it feels in the hand. Yes, same here. Freddie says, I'm like Ashley, I can't see that at all. Martha says, never knew about that. That's why I like to make a sample for the client. Even then, often they can't put, there's a heart in the way. Peace, I think. Right now I'm seeing pie. Can't put the pie together. You know, pie is better than peace. So maybe, Jim, what you need to do is start giving them a pie. Give them a little pie, and if they don't get it, be like, you're not worth working for. You know how long it took me to make this pie? Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of luminol in here too. Just a little bit of luminol. Does anyone know what movie that's from? And just a little bit of luminol. I'm like Ashley, not visualizing furniture placement, but I'm excellent visualizing colors. Okay. I need to get a Saskatoon pie today. Dude, Saskatoon pie is pretty freaking good. Our Saskatoon bushes are finally producing. Well, one of them is. The other one's not. I mean, I haven't really been making very many vlogs, right, about the daily goings on. So, you're not missing much, though. Okay. A little bit more of this gray. Let me put this sideways like this. I need to make like a thing so I can put my phone here. Okay, now he's got a little bit of beardage here. that has gray in it. And then he's got like his neck beard part that's kind of like bushier than his chin beard. So I gotta try to make that look like it's separate. Which I think that does that. Okay, I want to do a little bit, just a tiny bit of yellow. Like that. Cool. I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. That, I think I should go back to black. This shadow. Yeah, like that. Okay, there we go. And then he's got a little bit of grayish. His hair's kind of like frizzly, like he fried it. So like it's real coarse, like he's part boar. All right, okay. I wish this picture was in color. It'd be easier. Okay. While Disney Fantasia in 1940 isn't explicitly about daydreaming in the sense of a continuous narrative exploring a character's inner world of imagination, it can certainly be seen as an experience that evokes a sense of daydreaming or a journey into imaginative realms. Is that what the AI said? Honestly, Fantasia is one of the worst movies I ever watched. When I was a kid, I hated it. I was like, what the heck is this? It's just music? I never liked Disney movies that much if it was just singing and stuff. I was like, what the hell? Why is there so much singing? But like Toy Story, I really like Toy Story. That was like one of the best cartoons I ever saw. And like that's the first animation, that type of animation anyway, movie, I believe. Full-length movie. Dude, and the two old men playing chess, is that on A Bug's Life? Fantastic. I saw that guy in real life not too long ago. I was like, dude, you look like you played chess against yourself. And he's like, what? Against myself? I said, you wouldn't understand, sir. I didn't actually say that to him, but Master of Disguise. Renee's the winner, and as the winner, you get this painting. It is from Master of Disguise, and just a little bit of luminol. And he blows himself up. It's one of the best movies. Trolling for Truth says, dude, that is sick. Wait, are you an actual troll though? But you said something nice? That's nice. What the heck? What is going on here? Why aren't you doing I guess YouTube doesn't really allow trolling anymore, right? They kind of just got rid of it, which is kind of too bad because, man, remember Zero M, guys? What happened to that guy? He went to jail, then he got out. He's probably back in jail. That guy was the best. I'm not just a troll, I'm trolling for truth. But what does that mean? Hello, Tia Green. Did you listen to the song I asked you to? I can't remember what you asked me to do. If you sent me a link, then I probably did if I was in a spot where I could have. I can't remember. I'll listen to it now. Tell me what it is again. I can't remember. Keep in mind, I get a lot of messages, so. If you would have sent me a link and then nothing else, then I would have ignored it completely because I hate when people do that. So I just don't even look at them. If you're just sending me stuff because you feel like sending me something, like that doesn't help me. If I don't know you in real life. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're coming along here with this finger painting. I was never here for 0M. And now if you go back to see what he said in live chats, he has disappeared. Oh, really? You can't even see it? Dang. I remember you having so much fun egging on the trollers. It's just so funny. Well, because oftentimes they're trying to like piss you off, right? Or get you to block them or whatever. But like, man, I don't know. It's just depending on what they're saying, right? If they're being racist, then you know, you kind of have to. It's not good. The only people who have ever deleted have not been deleted by me. So if you're ever deleted, it was a moderator. It was actually if it was Renee, it was probably by accident. Oh my gosh, she's done that so many times on Patreon, guys. Aslan, 6 days to 0 or Crazy World. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I don't think I did listen to that. Six days to 0. Glow asked if I saw the message about the scrapwood table. I did see it, but you didn't send a picture. You said that you didn't take a picture, so that, I mean, that didn't really help me at all. But yeah, I did see it. Okay, we're gonna put a little orange in here. You know, pop it a little bit. Just a little bit. Six days to 0. Is this a kid song? Sounds like this would be on like edgy Blues Clues or something. Okay, what was the other song you said? Crazy World. Maybe I'll like this song. Nope. I can already tell I'm not going to like it. But that's okay. Actually, maybe. Nah, I don't like this music. I'm sorry. I don't know what style of music that is, but it's very annoying to me. Sorry. Um, Is saying NASCAR is superior to Formula One racist? Dude, that's funny. uh, well, I thought I would give you the idea and you could come up with your own creation. Sorry, I did not get a picture. No, that's fine. I mean, I'm not sure how I was supposed to use that as inspiration because it's just, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I've made plenty of tables before. Okay, so now the guitar is higher on his chest area, so I have to make it look like he's did that on purpose. I don't know his playing style, so I don't know how. Like he seems like he's super laid back just by the way he doesn't do anything with his hair. So I'm going to assume that he's not very energetic on stage. I don't know. Maybe Renee let me know. Every time I see Josh start a painting and wonder how is he ever going to make this look like something, and yet he always does. Amazing. Thanks, Jim. I mean, I think this looks like this, but I don't think it really looks like Jerry. So I don't know. I might have to just do a little more fiddling. Not might, I definitely have to do a little more fiddling. Okay, that's that. So I have to make it look like the strap is loose. So right now it's not loose, so I got to make it look like it's loose. So let me get some of that brown. Cool says, just saying different names coming in. Want to make sure everyone got a hug except Josh. He broke my arm. That's hilarious. Glow, for those of you who don't know, I think it was on a Patreon live. Glow came in. She said hugs or something. And I don't know what I would have said back. I can't remember. But if you know me in real life, I don't really like hugging people. No offense to the person who's hugging me. I mean, I will sometimes. Just depends. And anyways, she freaking broke her arm. She slipped. She said hugs. Then she was gone for a bit. And then she came back and her arm was broken. That's unfortunate. Yeah. You don't want to just be minding your own business and then your arm gets busted. Okay, we'll let that dry and then we'll give it another little coat, a little coaty coat. Get some black in here and we'll get rid of that one. I kind of liked the way that looked before, but now it don't matter. Okay, do you think this is dry? It is not dry. It is not dry. Okay, so what did the deadhead say after the weed and acid wore off? Man, this music sucks. Ah, dude, it's an anti-joke, dude. That's hilarious. That was perfect. Oh man, this music sucks. Oh my gosh. Oh frick, that's funny. Hey, but Renee likes them. I didn't know Renee was hard in the recreationals, but that's okay. I don't care what you do. Wow. If you're going to be doing math, I'll care a little bit, but you know? Don't ruin your life for a good time. That's why you have to keep smoking, Glenn, so it doesn't wear off. Not so much anymore. Never touched any life-ruining stuff. That's good. That's good. I mean, you do whatever you want. Don't let my judgment be your moral guideline, because I made my own mistakes. Did I ever tell you about that time that I drove a... Oh, I kind of like that. I drove a military tank through a police station. Okay. A little bit, and then. Right. Oh, I shouldn't use that. That actually won't work. Maybe this. Yeah, there. That's different. Okay, I'm going to look at some more pictures of Jerry. See if I can... Jerry Garcia. I don't know why I said that like that. That was kind of dumb. Good old Jerry. See, at what point did he kind of get like a fuller face? You know, what year was that? This is 1942. What? How the frick? How old is he? There's no way that's 1942. That doesn't make any sense. What? How the heck is that 1942? He's wearing a t-shirt. There's no way this is 1940. Does that make sense? It's 1942? I think I looked at this picture yesterday. What kind of photographer was this guy in 1942? Why is that even... Or maybe that's when he was born. That makes more sense. He was born in 1942, probably. Okay, let's see here. You know, it kind of... You know what? Oh, I can't click on that. Oh, I can click on it. When I look at this picture, that's totally him. I just need to go a little more lighter gray. Okay, I'm looking at this picture now. And I totally see him now. You know, sometimes you just gotta have a second conversation. This is my least favorite way, or not my least favorite way. My least favorite thing to do is doing hair, because it's just hard to do when you're finger painting, because you can't make individual hair. So I was thinking about doing a brush, but if I just tack my finger up a little bit with some paint that's almost dry, it's a little bit easier. And this paint is from yesterday, so. That's when he went full Santa? Okay. His birthday would be next Friday, says Jillian. Hello, Jillian. Okay, born August 1st, 1942. Okay. By like the mid 80s, he was all gray hair and looked fuller in the face. Okay. Is driving a tank through a police station how you met Alex? Yes, that's actually how I met Alex. Well, since you had to ask, I guess I didn't tell you. Well, let me tell you now. So, probably 10 years ago, maybe, let's say. 10 years ago, I was listening to this Grateful Dead tribute band called the Deadheads, which I'm pretty sure is just the name of their fans. And I was like, man, what the heck is this? And there was like, hold on a second, let me screenshot this so I don't lose this. Oh shit. Yeah, dude, that's totally him. I think I might need to have his mouth open a little bit. I like that better. Anyways, we're listening to the Deadheads in the freaking park in Horlack Park. It's this park in Edmonton. And there was a like parade and all that stuff going on. There was I don't know, more like music and food trucks and recruitment and all sorts of things going on. And I kind of like how his hair's like flowing over in this picture. I might actually do something like this. Change it up a little bit more, you know? I don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, we're kind of getting tired of this music because it sucks, right? So we end up going and checking out. They had like tanks and helicopters and all sorts of things. And there's this paddle boat diner thing on the river in the Horlack Park. Like it's right beside the river, like the North Saskatchewan River that goes through the province, right? And anyways, I'm looking at all these things, and then I see there's this little floating restaurant, and I wanted to go check it out. And unfortunately, when I went to go check it out, you had to have a reservation, and it wasn't part of like the thing that was going on at the park. So I was like, man, what the heck? All right. And I said, well, what kind of food do you serve? And they said, oh, well, we have fine dining, and then on weekends we also do barbecue and fine dining in the evenings. I was like, okay. I was like, so you need a reservation, blah, 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 for all that stuff. No, come back, whatever. Okay? So who happens to be in the fine dining? I don't know him yet, but we find out a little bit later that it's Alex, right? How did I actually meet him, though? Like, he was in there, and I remember seeing him in there. He's wearing this jean jacket. I was like, yeah, you got to have a reservation. You're allowed to have a jean jacket. That's why I remember him, because everyone else is kind of like dressed up a little fancy pants with their top hats and coattails and stuff. No one was dressed with top hats. But anyway, so I was like, all right, fine. So I go back to the event, which is right beside it, basically. And there's this tank, but it doesn't have a doesn't have like, all of them have like, hey, come sit in this, see what it's like to be a army man or whatever, right? But this one, you're not allowed to sit in it or go in it or whatever, right? In the, what do you call it, turret? I don't know. When you go in, there's like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a, not a, what do you call it? Not a demonstration, but like a, I can't remember what I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but like, you know, they kind of tell you about it. Anyway, on the tank one, they didn't have that. And I was like, huh, what if I just go in it and be like, oh, I thought, because we actually ended up, before we got to the restaurant, we actually sat in like a Jeep or a Hummer, actually. We sat in, they did have Jeeps there, but I wanted to go in the Hummer H1. That used to be one of my dream vehicles. So we sat in the Hummer, whatever, and it's like, oh, hey, this is whatever. There's no AC. And when you go to freaking the Middle East, you're cooking. And so you have these little cooling packs and blah, 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 right? And then they had these other ones that were like, I don't even know what they are. They're like kind of tanks without guns. I was like, oh, that's kind of useless. And then they had a helicopter there, and you could sit in the helicopter, and they took people on rides. Kind of a rip-off of a ride because it just didn't go anywhere. Just went up and then went back down. And they only did it once every hour. And you had to put your name on the wait list, which was like, of course, full because everyone wanted to go on it. Anyways, the tank didn't have that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go up on it. Kids are all climbing on it, and I'm like, yeah, this is fine. I can climb on it. Even though I'm like 17. I'm not a kid, but I am a kid. I'm like, I can go on this. Climb on it. The hatch, if you will, is open. I'm like, okay. I'll just climb in. So I kind of look around, and there are people like watching, but like no one's really watching. And I'm just like, oh man, this is cool. Oh, look at this, blah, blah, blah. Right? And I decide I'm going to just pop in. So I scooch in, and I don't know if you've ever been in a tank, but it is very small. It's very small. I imagine it must be very uncomfortable to be an operator, a gunner, whatever you call all the different positions in there, right? Anyways, hold on a second. I gotta take these off. Okay, I'm back. I had to, what was I saying? Should I forget? Anyways, it's very small in there. I end up just kind of like fumbling around, and then I see there's a like, not like a key to start it, but like a sequence to start, and it says like pull lever left, blah blah blah. I can't remember what the sequence is, but basically it's like a key to start it, but it's not a key. And I was like, huh. And you know, your curiosity just gets the better of you, right? And this shit is loud. It's super loud. So and it goes, and I was like, oh shit. So I stopped it. And then I was like, quickly like jump out of the tank. I'm like, huh? And then I'm like looking around, just twiddling my thumbs like, yeah, what was that? I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was. That's weird. But it's loud as shit. So people start looking. Alex, with his jean jacket, comes out with his greasy hair, and he's like, huh? I don't know what he said. I didn't actually hear what he said, but he's over there. And then I'm like, okay. And I feel all embarrassed. And then people are like what was that? What was that? And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, is that someone in there? I'm like, no. And they're like, well, check just in case. Is there a kid in there? I'm like, I don't think so. I don't want to say, no, that was me, right? No, there's no kid in there because that was me, right? I don't want to get in trouble. So what do? I was like, oh, okay, I'll check. I go back in there. When I get in there, what happens? One of the freaking army dudes goes like, everybody get off. Everybody get off. And the freaking hatch gets closed. They close it because they think no one's in there, and they obviously heard everything, and they were coming, and they're like, dude, what the heck's going on? So now I'm in there just freaking chilling, like, what am I going to do? Right? And I'm kind of scared. So I was like, maybe I'll just do it again, and then they'll open the door. Because, like, they're not opening the door. Like, if you hit it, boom, 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 like, it doesn't, it sounds like, what could I hit? Okay, if you hit this, right, you can hear that because it's hollow. But if you hit something that's solid, if you hit a tree trunk, there's no noise. You can't hear anything. You can hear your fist, but you can't, it doesn't travel. That's what it was like, right? It just sounded, it was solid. So I'm like, okay. So I turned the thing, and it goes. But what had happened is when I jumped out the first time, I must have hit something or whatever, put it in gear. I don't know. When I started it, it started this time. Like before, it didn't start right away. It just made like turning over noises. But now it went. I don't even know how to make the noise. If you've ever heard it. And then it just goes driving away. I don't know why I did this because I wasn't holding shit. It just started moving and I was like, oh shit. And I don't know if you ever seen a tank before. They don't have windshields. You can't see shit. There's like a little slot like this and there's glass in it that's like this freaking thick. Right? So it's warbly. It's hard to see. And I'm like, oh crap. And there's like not really a steering wheel thing, but kind of like a yoke thing. And then there's like these other controls and there's foot controls and stuff. And I'm like, how do I don't know what to do. Turns. And then you can kind of hear people being like, get out of the way. What's going on? Anyways, there's a cop shop just around the corner, right? And I'm like, oh shit, maybe if I run into this hill, that'll be fine. Maybe if I don't want to hit any cars because what this is just going to run right over. I've seen the movies. I don't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I'll go up the hill. I'll run into the hill. But I don't run into the hill. I run up the hill, right? And the cop shop is around there. Like it's kind of a ways if you're driving or walking. Not a long way. It's probably like, I don't know, like a minute walk. Maybe like a 5-minute walk, probably a minute drive. Okay. But when you go up the hill, go across and go down, what happens? You're on top of the police station, basically. I have no idea what to do. There's people in the little warbly thing, and they're like, da, da, da. And then there's a radio in there, but I can't turn it on because I don't know. I can turn it on, but I can't hear shit because I don't know channels and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I end up driving into the police station and they're freaking out. They're like, what is happening here? You are obviously some sort of like bad guy, you know? So I get stuck in there, just stops, and it's like, finally someone comes, they open up the hatch, and they yank me out. And I'm like, poof, and then they go in, and they turn it off, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just slink backwards, And like the police station has a big ass hole in the wall, tank size hole. And I slink out. There's people everywhere, and people were like, "Dude, what happened? What? Who was it? What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And then I turn around, and who is it but Alex going like, he's like, "That was you." And I was like, "What was me?" And he's like, "Come here, come here." And he like kind of like shelters me away because I'm like freaking out, and he's like, "Dude, I saw that was you, man. You're an idiot." He didn't say I was an idiot, but you could tell. He was like, "Dude, why would you do that?" And yeah, he kind of covered for me. He kind of just let me be or whatever, because I don't know, he didn't want me to get in trouble. I don't know what kind of trouble I would have gone into, but I was never caught. So if you ever read about that in the newspaper from 10 years ago, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was someone else. I need a cloth. I had a cloth here. Here. What is this story? The story is called Tanks for the Memories. There you go. Yeah, man. If you ever read about that and they're like, "Oh, if anyone knows any information, please contact Crime Stoppers at 222 tips." Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, because obviously that's a made up story. That's not how I met Alex. But that would be a fun story if it was true. It was a fun story even though it wasn't true. Sorry, that one I was having trouble with. I didn't know where I was going with that. Which is true of all of them, really. I rarely know where I'm going because I just make them up on the spot, so they kind of get convoluted. So I was like, wait a minute, tanks don't have steering wheels. I don't think. Maybe they do, but I was like, you know what? Other people probably don't know that. So I'm just going to say it's a yoke. Jamie says, next winter while snowboarding, I'm going to rewatch all Josh's vids and document all the Alex meets. Hey, there you go, Jamie. Don't get old, kids. What did you do? I busted my knee somehow and just had to have an MRI. Went for a follow-up appointment and my leg was so swollen they sent me for ultrasound to rule out blood clot. Oh, shit. I think you're remembering watching Mad Max, Josh. Oh, man, I should have watched Mad Max. That would have helped me with the story. I sat down by the garden. Can't hardly believe what this portrait is turning into. Amaze balls. Well, thank you, Leslie. I do Facebook Lives. Says I have a lot of friends, but who knows who they are. Trying to get more over here. Hee hee. Leslie. Everyone go be Leslie's friend. I don't know what she does, but maybe you'll like it. Snowbound. Dumb spell check. I was wondering how you were going to do it while snowboarding. Alex with greasy hair. Like a greaser, you know? I don't mean greasy as in like it was dirty, just as in like, you know, he combed it like a greaser. Yes, there definitely needs to be a How Josh Met Alex compilation. Oh, does there? Somebody just cut a tree down behind me. Oh my goodness. So funny, Josh. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the story while someone was also lumberjacking. And now Josh is still in jail. The studio is actually his cell. And that's when Alex bought the police station, made it into his antique shop. Hey! I think I read about this in the Joshington Post. Dude, I should make a new page for that newspaper. I'm a 60-year-old blonde with bad knees who walks and says stupid stuff. Okay. The Yellowstone Park story was the best. Dude, that one was the worst. That was the worst one. It's very hard to do it when you're right beside the guy you're lying about. I don't remember, but I don't think I even considered the fact that someone might ask for an Alex story. So I was not prepared. If I would have been like, dude, help me out with an Alex story. But he just let me just flounder. I was like, this is getting a little out of hand. I don't know what else to say. Oh shit, those skateboards are getting... Oh snap, there's paint on the ceiling. All right. Oh, those skulls are all full of red paint. Dang, dude. How many posted another, or has everyone ordered to try and win the new contest? Oh, I've gotten quite a few emails already. Some people are buying a lot of stuff, so their name is getting put in there a lot. Yeah, so good. So please, if you guys want to be a part of it, watch my latest vlog. I don't know at what point in the video I start talking about the contest, but I'll also do a live video. We're giving away that little bit of gold, and by purchasing any piece of art of mine, gets your name entered in there. $5 gets you one entry, and so if you spend $1 million, that's a lot of entries. That'd be dumb, but it'll get you a lot of entries. So $1 million. Okay. I'm trying to think. Do I want to do his hair frizzled into his forehead like this? Kind of like this? Like, I kind of like that. Ah, Mr. Jerry. Mr. Garcia. Okay. There we go. Justine met me because she got a blood clot. Holy cow. I hope someone spends $1 million with you. The budget for the staircase just went up then. Oh, Jim, I have bad news about the staircase. For whatever reason, the county's not going to allow me to do one from the basement all the way to the attic. So you can't have a spiral staircase that services more than one consecutive floor. And I was like, what? So on Monday, we're going to go to the county. We're just going to kick open the door and be like, all right, everybody, this is an inquiry. Why can't I do this? And we're going to bring them the plans, and we're going to be like, the basement has a walkout. The main floor has a walkout. The mezzanine level has a walkout, and the attic has a walkout. Can we still not have the one single staircase? And they'll tell us yes or no. It's been 10 days since I emailed them. I think he's ignoring me. I don't know why, but he kind of gives me the vibe that he doesn't really care about what I'm trying to do, which is fine. He doesn't have to care. He doesn't have to care, but it'd be nice if he did. It would be nice if he did. Okay, I'm going to say his teeth go there. We're going to try to put some teeth on this man, okay? I'm going to get a little bit of white. Oh, I used up all the white. Let's see if I can scrounge some. Okay, and then we need just a little bit of red. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of red and a little tiny bit of white. A little bit more red here. Let me mix that up. Come on. Now leave his 5 head alone. Oh, that's funny. Okay, made his lips a little bit bigger because we're going to take a little bit of black. See if we can do this. Oh, son of a gun. Did I ruin it? Did I ruin it? Because actually in this picture, they kind of got him at an awkward spot where it looks like he's about to like sing a lyric and he's like, "Ooh." But like just before that. Oh, here, I found that. Found that picture here online. This is probably from the same concert. Man, not a handsome guy. That's okay. Is this from the same concert? That's in color. I think it is. I think it is. Okay. Screenshots. Phew. Okay. Where is the pink? I don't know where I put the pink guys. I had an apartment with a spiral staircase in my 20s. Glad I can check that off. That's a cool thing I had for a time. Yeah, sweet. Wait, it was in your apartment? Like in your unit? Or it was how you got to your unit? Hold on a second. I gotta look at my face in the camera here. Yeah. The shape of his lipperoonies here. I kind of want to give him just a titch. We're going to go a little more red though. Just a titch of lip up here. He has his mustache go over his lips, I think. I'm going to look at some more reference here. So I'm going to get rid of the lip I just gave him. I just want it to be just a titch, just a little bit peeking out like, ah, you got lips, what? You know? Might be able to design in a small landing access on a spiral staircase. Yeah, well, there will be a landing on each level. Yeah, Jerry was not exactly handsome, I guess. Bob Weir would probably be more interesting to paint, but if you're going to paint the good old Grateful Dead, you have to start with Jerry. Yeah. I wouldn't paint any of them. I mean, I would if someone commissioned me. Okay. I just had to look up what he looked like. Okay. Am I out? I'm out. Only need some more of that Titan buff, mate. Just a little bit. Ron. By Anne. Hello, Anne. Yeah, it was a spiral staircase up to the loft bed. Why did you even move? What the heck? I would have stayed there for the rest of my life. This. I think his eyebrows need to be a little bit bushier. He has quite the eyebrows. Eugene Levy must be his brother, cousin. Okay. Ah, my tinnitus is back. Okay. I don't know if I like that mouse like that yet. We'll see. They raise the rent exponentially when the lease removed. You'd be like, it doesn't even have a regular staircase. Why? Just play on the thing that you actually like about it. Okay. I had a spiral staircase in my 20s. I'm too fat and gimpy for one now. All right. Spiral staircases are just awesome. I really want one, so we got to figure out a way that we can do it. We'll see, though. Might not be able to. I mean, we'll have one at least, but whether or not we can have it go all the way 4 stories remains to be seen. Okay, now what are we going to do with this new taped up area? Let me tell you. We're going to take some of this white, and we're going to go like this. Okay, we're going to take a little more white. Okay, and then we're going to take some more white, and we're going to go up here. Okay, then we're going to take just a little bit of black, just a little bit, not that much. Take some of that off, and we're going to go like this. So some of it is gray, so that we kind of have a good little, whoops, that was a little much, but we have some diversity. Okay, and then we're going to shlink, and then we're going to schlonk this side. So you always got to shlink the bottom, schlonk the top. Okay, so listen to the difference. Schlonk. See? Okay, then we get rid of this right here. That is black. Okay, where's that can of blue? Can of blue, can of blue. I'll bring some of that blue back. And there we go. That's where I've been going wrong, says Jim. Yeah, you've been schlonking when you should have been schlinking. It happens to the best of us. Okay, who is this? Not a rocker. I'm guessing Jerry Garcia. Hey, there you go. I used to tell people I was a painter and they'd say pictures and I'd say walls. There you go. Josh, how old is Jerry here? Probably like 5 days old or something. I can't remember when we started it. Okay. I believe this is in his younger-ish years. Not super young. I guess he wasn't very old when he died, huh? I'd say this is when he's like, I don't know. I have no idea. Whenever this concert took place. 30 years old. 35 years old. I don't know. Okay. Jerry Garcia. We gotta pull him back up. Okay, we gotta get some of this skin tone back to buff color. Lighten up the eyebrows, they're too dark. Dude, his eyebrows are black as the in this reference photo. Maybe I will, but I don't see him as too dark with this. Like even with when he's old looking like freaking Kenny Rogers, his eyebrows are dark. And he's got like full ass gray beard. So look at him here. Dude, this is Santa Claus with black eyebrows. I don't think you're right. Here's another one, similar pose. Black eyebrows. I don't know if I should lighten them up. Maybe I'll do it a little bit, but I don't know about that. You sure about that? You sure about that? I can give him some forehead wrinkles, though. Okay. Well, duh. I just realized why buff color is called buff. I noticed people who go gray early often have black eyebrows. Yeah, even if they're ginger and they start going blonde, I guess. Going gray. Do gingers don't really have gray hair, do they? Okay, that joke doesn't work then. I was going to be like, then their eyebrows turn from white to black. That would look freaking weird. No, it smells. Oh. Getting wrinkles as sound effects, apparently. Ask Renee if she wants the eyebrows. I don't care if she wants the eyebrows. Based on the reduces? What? The reduces? What does that mean? He'd be in his mid-30s here. Jerry aged hard. Yeah, dude, he looked 70 when he was like 40 years old. It's just like, he was like, hey, you know what I've seen in my years? That kind of sounded like Bernie Sanders. Okay. Oh, for those of you who are wondering, I'm imagining there might be more than who reached out. Maybe my Ozzy Osbourne painting is available, and my Michael Madsen painting is also available. So get at me if you would like those. Orderfromjosh@gmail.com. Well, I do like oldies. I do like some rock, but in the 70s, I met my husband and he was into country. I guess like any kind of music. I don't listen to it. If I don't like it, I don't listen to it. There you go. Wrinkles are shockwaves. Let me get a little bit of white in there, and then we'll mute it out. We'll just get it out. And this guy's gray beard. Here he was definitely skinnier than what I'm trying to go for here. I don't know if that's good or bad, but as he got larger, that was in his older age, and so obviously he got grayer. So I got to make hisness work his hairness. Work with, not work it. I feel like I could make his cheek a little chubbier. I could give him shadow under there so he looks a little plonkier. Kind of plonky. Where did I put that? Oh, I'll do purple. I'll do purple. I got so much of this purple, it's not even funny. That's such a weird expression. It's not even funny. Why would it have been funny at any time? Like, oh, I have so much. It's not even funny. Oh, dude, remember how hilarious it was when you didn't have that much? Like, it doesn't really work, you know? Remember when you only had like a moderate amount? Dude, we were laughing. We were laughing, man. That was the perfect amount. It was so funny. Now I have so much it's not even funny. Just makes no sense. Okay. The other hand is here on the guitar. Do I just make it so his hand is like he's just, oh, I have to have it up because he has to be holding it because I made the strap look like it's kind of elevated a little bit, right? You make elevator music. Okay, so I have his old hand here, which is way too small how I made it. But I suck at hands all the time, so I'm just going to be half a face. Wait. Yeah. Gosh, I hate painting hands. Okay, but I got to put in all the frets and stuff. So we are just going to go with, I don't know. Soren says, yo, this looks phenomenal so far, dude. Everyone is having a great weekend so far. Everyone is? This is amazing. Is it okay if I try finger painting? You're asking my permission? I don't think you need my permission. Okay, so one of the little greeblies right there. We're not going to make it shaped like anything. We're just going to, yeah, then we skip a fret. Then there's another one right here. Then we skip another fret, and there's another one right here. Okay? Then we skip another fret, and there's one right here. Frets are getting closer together, little by little, bit by bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one right here. Whoops, I made that a little far. Okay, I'll move this one here, and we'll get rid of part of it there. Okay, that was my bad. That was my bad. And there's skip 2, 1, 2, small ones, and we'll put this one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that's a different guitar. Shit. Hold on, let's go back to the other guitar. I'm pretty sure, I don't play guitar, but I'm pretty sure it'll be the same on the other guitar too, right? Okay. Oh, they're different emblems. Okay. I might have to. Is that a bird? What is that? This is kind of a cool guitar. Okay, so there's one. Oh, that's way off. And then there's one here. And there's one here. That goes in line with that. There's one right here. And one right here. Okay. And then it skips 2, and then it goes to this one, which is kind of bigger than that. And yeah, these are all kind of weird shapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I think that one's too close. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Shoot, guys, I did it wrong. You do it right the first time. Crap, I just had the perfect picture and now it's gone. Screenshot it, and that way I won't lose it. Okay. So 1 goes there. That's definitely shaped wrong. So okay, something like that. And this one, I'm pretty sure they're also kind of brass colored, so okay, and then this one is shaped more like a cross. Again, I'm not trying to make this look exact at all. And yeah, Stuff going on underneath there. Then the next one is not all like this. It's like okay. And that one. Then we skip to go to here. That one is this one is yeah, something like that. And then we skip 2. I think I have these in the wrong spot. Okay. 6, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I should have not done that. Yeah, this one goes like this. Like that. And then this one goes like this. Something like that. Okay. And then we need to put in the strings still. Am I going to put in the strings? Yes, I'm going to put in the strings. So we'll have to wait for this to dry. Then we'll tape it again. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we need red here. This little greebly thing is red for some reason. Okay. I need to get blue spray paint. Hopefully I'll remember today because I think we're doing good on the face. I'm going to look at it a little bit while I'm chilling in here. I'll look at it, see if I like it, and then make notes of what I want to change. Okay, so we're going to explore the lightening up the eyebrows. I think that's a mistake, but the good thing about this is that we can cover up our mistakes with more paint. That's fine. Okay, I gotta look at Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jerry. No, that doesn't work. Jerry Garcia. Okay, let's see. Color picture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his eyebrows are black. I don't know. You guys might know him better than me. So whoever suggested that, I forget who it was. You know what you're talking about, probably. I do not know what you're talking about because I'm just looking at the real life evidence here, and it looks like they're black until he gets much older. There, I'm just going to put that a little bit in there. I don't even know if that registers to you. They're a little too shiny still, I think. Salt and pepper, Josh. He doesn't have salt and pepper eyebrows, though. Not for a long time. Not until way after this. See, like, look. In this picture, I would say it's about this age, maybe a little bit older. Look at those eyebrows. Black as tar. I know what you're saying. People are salt and pepper when they get older, but his eyebrows are black. Okay, so that's going to dry. Get all this in there. I'm pretty sure those are brass. So actually, let me look. Jerry Garcia maple dragon head, no, wolf head guitar. Okay. Oh, I gotta take out the dragon head. That's funny that it puts in all this stuff. Technology, man. Yeah, they look brass. I'm pretty sure they're brass. Oh, you know what? I could probably watch a YouTube video. Jerry Garcia maple guitar. See if there's a show and tell. You know, you never know, right? Short history.
This video is sponsored by TrueFire. Over 2 million guitar players worldwide improve their playing using TrueFire's online lesson systems. Learn, practice, and play with TrueFire. And then the way, Bluegrass Crossover Day with Jerry back on band.
Oh.
5-string banjo at that time. Though it isn't, by 1964, a year later, Phil Lesh, they soon changed their, according to most accounts, Jerry Garcia owned about 25 guitars in his lifetime.
25.
70% of his gigging was done with the 5 I'll spend the most time on here. Actually, he had 66, the Grateful Dead. He bought both guitars. By that fall, I imagine that's why October 68 was on Jerry's guitar. In 60, Nancy double. This was part of 70 JB brand pedal. His flagstone 2 models. It's a coveted frame for the small peanut. You can already see Jerry was changing it. That Graham gave the guitar that Garcia would add in June of 72. The guitar had a 1963. They often referred to it as an alligator during another Irwin guitar. At the end of 1972, and it resembled the next Irwin guitar. And brass hardware was emblematic of what we believed led to guitar.
Okay, here we go.
Wolf is the first of Jerry's guitars that I remember seeing prominently in guitar magazines as a kid. Striking quilted maple and brass hardware was emblematic of what we believed led to guitar sustain in the 70s. Based on what he liked about Eagle, Jerry had immediately asked Irwin to begin building him another custom guitar. This guitar, customized to Jerry's specs, was dubbed Wolf for the sticker that Jerry added in December of 73 below the bridge of the guitar. It said that he paid $1,500 for it. The guitar later went back to Irwin for modifications. Irwin would recreate the Wolf sticker in a striking inlay. The guitar was a sandwich of quilted maple with a purple heartwood core. Early on, it was wired much like a Strat with 3 single-coil pickups, but with an Olympic Stratoblaster preamp installed in the guitar. Later, it would carry a single coil in the neck and 2 humbucking pickups in the middle and bridge positions. The guitar first made its appearance with Garcia and Saunders at a private party for the Hells Angels, but with an Olympic Stratoblaster preamp installed in the guitar. Later, it would carry a single coil.
I think this is there that I'm painting right now.
The guitar first made its appearance with Garcia and Saunders at a private party for the Hells Angels at New York City Harbor on September 5th, 1973. Jerry used the guitar extensively until he received his next custom Irwin guitar in 79. He'd bring Wolf out of retirement again as a platform for his MIDI synthesizer experiments in 1989. It was last played live with Grateful Dead at the Oakland Coliseum Arena on February 23, 1993. In the end, Jerry would play the Wolf guitar in its many forms for 2 decades, from 73 to 93. In the fall of 75, Jerry was seen using...
All right. Unfortunately, they didn't show a close-up of the fretboard. So I'm just going to say whatever. They're brass. We're going to add a little yellow. Like, these do not look like the shapes anyway. If I was using a brush, then I would care a little more, but I'm not using a brush, so I don't care. Okay, so this one has like a cross right there. And it has a little dreebly-leebly. Like diamonds kind of shape. Whoops. And this is like a bird or something. I don't know what the heck this is. Okay, now we need some of this to get rid of. There we go. Watch documentary. Frets brass traditionally. Okay. Just put all images I saw. Eyebrows were black up until the month he died. I like how I do my research where I'm just like, watch a 5-minute. Oh, that video was long. I just kept fast forwarding until I got to the thing I was looking for. Okay, now here there's like a orangey brass type outline. So I'm going to go a little red, a little yellow. I get this orange color. Bobby is a beast. He posts photos of himself working out and stuff. Ooh, what? Is Bob Weir alive at 78 and still looks good? Renee, is Bob Weir alive at 78 and still looks good? Bobby is a beast. He posts photos of himself working out and stuff. But he doesn't wear short shorts very much anymore. Is that what you liked about him? Short shorts? Man, short shorts, dude. Very weird. Not my style. But you do whatever you want to do. Okay, now, let's see, how much battery do we have left over here? We've been on for 2 hours and 11 minutes. We have 25% battery left. We might leave it here because I want this to dry before I put in the strings, and the strings have to be super thin. Super duper thin. Let me go out in here. The tuning. Oh, the tuning little thingamabobs. So we'll put one here, one here, one here, one here, one there. The other one you can't see. Okay. put a little bit of shine of yellow on there. Okay. And he has like that eagle, but you can't really see it here. I'm going to maybe put a little bit there. That's all you would see. And all right. Something like that. Cool. Now, I need blue spray paint. I got to remember to get that today. Because if I come on tomorrow, I don't know if I'll come tomorrow, but maybe. We'll see. So we want to do that. I think I might have to do a little bit with his nose here. Well, let me see. I go into this. Something there. There, and then maybe this. Right there, like that. That helps a little bit. Okay. I kind of like his mouth open like this, but I might have screwed it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. All right. My last boyfriend had grayish hair when he went through chemo. When it grew back in completely black. 66 years old. He did have some gray in it before he got cancer. He made it through that, but had other issues. Oh, shit. Well. I'll probably miss tomorrow and after church. Family day. No worries. Well, then I'm not going to do this tomorrow because this is for you, so I will not paint tomorrow. Or I won't paint this. Maybe I'll paint something else. I don't know. I won't do it live though. I'm trying to prepare for my art show. That's in April. So I'm actually going to be doing quite a few more paintings. Some of them I'm releasing, some of them I'm not. I mean, I could use the Casheroni, so I should release most of them, but I'm not sure what I'm going to be releasing yet. I haven't decided just yet. I did sell, you know, that big giant smiley face, the one that was all the splattery colors, and I don't think I actually showed that on anything. If you follow my Instagram, it was on my Instagram. But I don't know if I shared like a finished picture. Well, anyway, sold that yesterday. So that's pretty cool. At the gallery. This gallery is pretty awesome. Like Sharon is great. I'm like, hey, I have this experimental piece. It's nothing like any of my work that we know sells. She's like, yeah, bring it. And I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, we'll keep it for a year, and if no one wants it, then we'll switch it out with something else. And I had that. It took a while to sell. I brought that there in April, so 4 months. It took 4 months to sell. But I guess that's not that bad because there's like paintings that I've done a long time ago that I haven't sold, and it's been years. And they keep them there for whatever reason. Grateful for it. Anyway. Okay. Where's that purple? I'm going to go right away. I want to use up some of this paint so I don't waste it. I'm just going to rub some of it on here. Let me rub my painting a little bit. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoy seeing the process, see something come alive. I mean, some of it takes a while, but that's, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes I'm like really into a piece and it just kind of flows and it goes, but sometimes not so much. But I like interacting with you, so I don't mind. I don't mind if you see me screwing up constantly. Oh, Renee shared it. Thank you. This. Yeah, so that's, yeah, that'll work. And then that goes there. And then that's kind of like that brassy tone. I wish I had some of this yellow ochre still. Oh, you know what might work is some of this. There we go. That'll work for that. And get some more of this orange in here. Okay. I think it's kind of hilarious how little detail I put in the guitar. And the rest, I think, has a, well, detail might be the wrong word, but let's go with maybe, if I have any here. And then just a little bit of, whoa. It's a little bit of luminol. Justine enjoys seeing the process. Well, I'm glad. Okay. Use up some of this brown here. I don't know if this will do what I want it to do, but put that in there a little bit. Okay. And his arm. His arm could use a little color. Hey, Renee, do you know if Jerry had any yellow in his skin, like with a little jaundice? Because judging by this, what's this? His painting technique is how Jerry got perky points, folks. Okay. Oh, my stomach is growling. Dang. Okay. I think we are done for today. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I have to remember blue spray paint that's darker than the blue that I have right here. Because we need to get rid of some of that background, which I was hoping to get more. But the kind of paint I use with too much of a sheen, I should have sanded it a little bit, knock it down. But that's okay. That's okay. You live and you learn. Sometimes you die and don't have a chance to learn. But this time, we're good. Man, why is my stomach growling so much? Let's do this. Sorry, I keep saying I'm going to go, and then I'm like, let's do this. Dang it. It's hard to do that. Okay. And maybe just a little tiny bit. Okay. Somewhere in there is Jerry. We'll get him. We'll get him. I'm happier than I was yesterday. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so we're not going to come back tomorrow. If you're part of my Patreon, we will be doing the 3 o'clock show. So come join us at 3 p.m. my time, Mountain Time. But Renee won't be there, so no one will accidentally get deleted, so that's good. Do I have white? I have white. Where's white? There's white. Okay, we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it like that for now, okay? All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out today. We'll be back on another day. I don't know when, but If you miss it, don't worry. I'll keep the video up. I'll just let you see the last little bit of it here while I contemplate this. Just sitting behind you guys. I like it. Oh, you know what? I actually really like the way his hair is all frizzled like that. You guys don't even know. I wonder if I'll change his mouth a little bit because it looks kind of like it's floating in his beard. So I might, or I'll work on his beard around it so it doesn't look like it's a mouth in a void. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blue spray paint on that side, then I'll have it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll work on that arm a little bit. Then I got to add his hand. First, I'll add the strings, then I'll add the hand. Yeah, I'll probably open his mouth just a little bit, which I think will help with that part of his face. You know, sometimes it's just a little thing, right? Just the littlest of, you know, annoying little issues. And then bam, you suddenly like move one thing and there you go. Oh, hello, Bonnie. Hello and goodbye. Next time we'll be back again in a couple days, maybe on Monday. Maybe on Monday? I don't know. I don't know when I'll have time to do it again. I just kind of do this kind of when I'm having time. That's all. I'm trying to find. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find my reference picture there. Here it is. Reference for the face only. The body is a different body, but honestly, sorry, it doesn't focus so you can see both. Shit. Okay. Well, to me it looks pretty bang on in many aspects, and then it's just a little off in a few other aspects. So yeah, I'm gonna make his mouth a little more to the left. Maybe I'll have it open a little more. Maybe. So, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. All these false goodbyes. Okay. How's that look? I think that looks a little better. But again, I'll work on his beard a little bit. All right. That's it, guys. Have a good night. Oh, thank you, Renee, for posting my Instagram. My Instagrams. Yeah, check out my Instagram. If you have Instagram and you don't follow me, please do, because, well, it doesn't actually help me at all because I don't make money over there. But I think you can in some sort of way, but I don't know how to do it. But I do appreciate it. Lets me know how I'm doing for, the subject matter that I paint and all that stuff. Yeah. And also, the more followers I have, the more potential for other people to see it and the more potential for sales. So that's good for me. This is that I have nowadays. Well, I also, if you watch my next few vlogs on YouTube here, you'll see what my new job that I've had for 10 months now. Anyway. All right, guys. Oh, right. And follow my brother. He's going to have his... Oh, you know what? I probably won't do this on Monday because my brother has a show on Monday. So maybe we'll come back on Wednesday. All right? All right. Good night. Or, well, it's not night necessarily, but I will see you later.